YouTube, how we doing? It's your boy Hamilton Dubois, and thanks for tuning into the channel. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and mash the like button and mash the subscribe button, and we're gonna get started. So for the newcomers, we're gonna be talking about my journey in trucking and me trying to become a fleet owner, if that's what you want to call it. All right, so just give me a second. We got a couple people already coming in. You guys are up pretty late, man. I thought nobody was gonna be up in here. We got Trucker Gil. What's up, homie? How you doing, man? I want to see what's in your icon. You got like some t-shirt, you know, some sweater or something like that. But give me a second to share this out real quick. It won't take that long, and we'll get started in the discussion. Let's see. Let's see. Group, boom, and paste. All right, give me one more second to do one more, and Facebook, group, affiliates, and then paste. All right. So, anyways, I shared it out, and we're gonna be talking about the journey. So let me give a couple shout outs out here. So Trucker Gil was saying Peli Pel. What's that, man? I gotta probably Google that. Julian Joseph, what's up, man? Hey, Julian Joseph, how you doing, man? Look like you rocking a Beamer in that icon photo. And then we got GR, what's up? Got a Goku icon. And J Ray Marshall, what's up? What's up, J Ray? One Man Cold World, what's good? What's good? He got money bags in his icon. So thanks for tuning in at the late night. It's 10 o'clock here right now. I'm in South Dakota. If you guys can hear me clear, just let me know. You guys got a good audio, so this doesn't this doesn't just become how do I say it? We don't waste time here. So we got, okay, Trucker Gil, he told me I'm clear. I'm gonna wipe the camera real quick. All right, so I hired a driver, right? You guys seen this dude. Let me just first go off by saying this. This video right here is not to bash any drivers. It's not to bash the driver I hired or anything. It's just to speak on the experience so that you guys, if you're thinking about hiring other drivers, you guys can understand what I'm going through right now and probably make a call on preventing this, because what I'm about to tell you is going to sound real crazy. So the guy I was driving with, teaming with, I decided to hire this guy, and I wanted to team with somebody from November all the way to mid-January, and I wanted to do that for the season. I wanted to see how much money I was going to be able to generate doing teaming during the holiday. And this guy was going good so far. Everything was working out so far. And then up until, you know, the crash to the jackknife, we finished delivering the load. We had got a rental truck, delivered the load, and then we said, you know what, man, let's get off the road. You go home, I go home, and I gotta, you know, I'll do whatever I gotta do, and you go home, and like, let's just take a chill pill for a second, because recollect our thoughts because of the whole accident and everything. And I said, before he left, I'm like, all right, my man, so look, this is my plan, because I lost out on that 2018 truck. It's gonna be in the shop. We don't really have a truck. We're gonna ride around in this rental. I don't really want to team in it because it's an older truck and it's a lot more louder, and we're not gonna be able to get that much sleep. So I said, I'm gonna go try to get this other truck on the road. And he's like, okay, all right. And then so I'm like, so let me know that you're fine with, you know, still being on the road or whatnot. And he says, yeah, no, we're good. I'm like, bro, like, just be straight up 100 with me. Communicate. That's all I care about. Like, I'm not gonna be in my feelings if you don't want to drive no more. If the accident, you know, shook you up or anything like that, I'm not gonna take it personal. I legitimately won't take it personal. And that's the terms that we left. And he went home to Cali, and we left Tuesday. He went home Tuesday. I hit him up on Friday, and I'm like, all right, brother, let me know what the plans are. Are you ready to go back on the road, or you want to stay home some more? Because he was a little bit sick. And or are you ready to roll Monday so I could get your load on Monday, or whatever the case is, you know? He said, no, I'm still feeling a little bit shitty or whatever, right? And so I'm like, all right, you know, I'll give you a call Monday, and then we'll go from there. So the weekend passes over, Monday comes around. I'm like, yo, bro, what's going on? He's like, oh, I'm about to go to the doctor because I'm not feeling too good. I'm like, oh shit, wow, okay. So I gave the man the call on Wednesday, and I'm like, yo, bro, like, what's going on? Everything okay? This is when it starts. He doesn't even respond to my messages. He doesn't answer my calls. And I'm not blowing the guy off. You know, I'm not blowing his phone up or anything like that. I call him, you know, once in a while, and I just say, hey, what's going on? Like, just communicate, you know? Exactly what I've been saying from the jump, you know? Like, just communicate with me. If you don't really want to drive for me no more, just say it for what it is. You don't want to drive, you know? Like, just have some courage and just say it. Like I tell you, I'm not gonna be begging you to come out on the road. If you don't want to drive, you don't want to drive. You know what I'm saying? Thursday comes around, right? So Wednesday, he didn't answer me. Thursday didn't answer me. So then Thursday night, I send him a message. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm gonna take it as, if you don't respond to me by tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., I'm gonna take it as if you don't want to drive for me, and that you don't want to drive for me, and that's how I'm gonna take it. Well, Friday morning came around. He read the message and everything, and I sent him, on Facebook and regular text, and he's like, he didn't even say anything. So I'm like, wow, he ghosted on me. This dude legitimately ghosted on me. So, mind you, what I had said in the beginning, I said, I'm going to get this rental truck and all this other stuff. So, it's here, we're Monday now? He still hasn't answered. So, this is happening just like the first driver that I hired. That motherfuckers is just ghosting on you, ghosting on me, And I really don't understand why. Like, at first I didn't really understand why, but now that I've done some deep thinking, I think I understand. And so it sucks because I had made plans for this guy, like, to make shit work. I had legitimately gone out of my way, got a rental truck on top of my black truck, so that he could drive it, so he could still have a job, and I could be driving the black truck, or vice versa. That rental truck is $850 a week, and if you guys been following, the down Volvo is $1,500 a week. So I'm making double truck payments, and the guy's not even driving it, right? I held it for him so that when he was ready to come out on the road, the truck was available. So now a motherfucker ghosted on me, and I lost $850, bro. I lost $850 this week. Just that truck sitting alone, right? Just that truck sitting alone. Plus the $1,500 that I'm losing out every week because of that fucking Volvo being broken down over there in the shop. So $1,500 plus $850, how much we're at? Like $2,000 something, right? It's real crazy because I wasn't even paying this guy cheap at all. Like I was putting food on the table. I'm not even gonna front about it. All right. I'm gonna say how much I was paying him because I think it needs to be said, because this is my second drive that I've gone through, and I know some of y'all gonna be thinking like, what are you doing, Hamlet? Like, What are you doing that you're losing drivers like this, you know? And this is like the message I'm getting from my other, you know, homeboys, owner operators or whatever. Yo, Hamler, you working them too hard? What's the story, you know? I'm like, yo, my mans, I'm paying him $1,800 a week. $1,800 a week. As a company driver, 1099, $1,800 a week. Yo, if I knew somebody when I was coming up paying $1,800 a week, I would be doing some illegal shit to get that job. $1,800 a week. I was putting him on. And so I'm not understanding why these dudes is jumping off, right? Like $1,800 a week is pretty good. Like what? Like, so obviously the pay is not the issue, right? And I'm just trying to understand, you know, like what am I doing wrong? Because obviously I don't want to keep doing this and going through drivers. I want to hire one fucking guy and treat him good. You know what I mean? And, you know, have him for a year or 6 months, or, you know, and it's just crazy because the retention rate in this industry is really crazy, and I'm really starting to see it. You got to be careful. The people that you put on to into your little circle, or who you hire on, you really got to be careful, because no lie, this shit is serious. This shit could legitimately put you out of business. I'm not even gonna front about that shit. Not even gonna front. $1,500 a week, the truck being down, plus that rental, $850. Plus the trailer rental, because I had to do I had to rent another trailer for him, right, for another truck. That's $200. That's a lot of money, folks, for him to just ghost out on me like that. So dude, literally, like, I'm not mad for him. Sorry. So I'm not mad at him for crashing the truck. I kind of am, but I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. It could be replaced. What I'm mad about is that he didn't have the, you know, the fortitude to just be like, yo, I don't want to drive no more, and call it for what it is, because he left me hanging for 9 days. For 9 to 8 days, he left me hanging. I could have had not gotten that rental truck. He could have saved me at least that $850, right? And the $200 for the trailer rental. And I could have started looking for a driver then, right? At the freaking 8 days. And then I would have probably have a driver by now. Or at least, you know, more or less. And he could have done to me at least that solid, you know, especially when I'm paying you pretty good and I'm not doing you dirty, but yet you doing me dirty, you know. Now I'm taking it personal, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, this video is not to bash the driver, right? It's just to speak on the experience for somebody that's looking to hire other drivers. This is some shit that you could be going through. And that you're going to go through, because this is not unheard of, you know. People do this, you know. And I'm thinking, like, you know what, dude probably already went home, and on the 4th, 5th day he already started looking for another job, and he wasn't sure he was going to get the job, and he just had me on like kind of limbo to make sure that, you know, he could still jump to me if he didn't get the job or whatever. You know, this is my thinking, you know. And yeah, Julian, this shit is messed up. This shit is truly messed up. Like, I am thinking about how much this dude cost me. This dude cost me quite a bit of money. I would say easily we got, considering, you know, the damages, we got $3,500 for the trailer. We got $2,500 for the deductible on the truck. We got $850 plus the $200 for the truck and trailer rental. We got time lost in a week worth of revenue. And then we got the truck that I'm losing money out on every week. That's a lot of fucking money, man. That's a lot of money, dude. You just gotta be careful who the hell you hire. And here's my thinking, right? Here's what, after doing some really deep analyzing of this driver and the first driver, what went wrong and how can I prevent this, or how can I be better prepared next time? Here's what I think I fucked up on. Both of these drivers, they were local drivers. They were local drivers and they were home almost every night. Both of them. And they did it over the road previously, but I didn't, really think that mattered or anything like that. And so what I'm thinking is, these dudes were local. I came to them saying, yo, $1,800 a week, come up here. And they were like, that shit opened their eyes, because they probably weren't only even making $500 a week. And anybody would jump on that, right? That's like triple their paycheck, right? So anybody would jump on that. And then these local cats, they come out here and they realize this shit is not all butterflies, roses. And it's not easy, because being away from home, not everybody can do it. And so that's where I think I fucked up on. Because had I already found somebody that's already doing over the road and has over the road blood in them, and they don't care about, being home and all that jazz, I don't think I would be having this issue. I already knew something was up within that 6th day that he wasn't coming back on the road. Because any over the road guy being home for 7 days, 8 days, you start to get the itch. You start like, yo, I need to get back on the road. I need to start making money, right? So on the 7th day, when he wasn't like trying to come back on the road, that's when the shit hit me. That's when I was like, yo, this dude might just leave. This dude might just leave. And this shit is crazy. Let's see, Trucker Gill, where you at in New York? I live in Watertown, New York, which is half an hour away from Canada. But I stay on the road for 6 weeks at a time. And yeah. So, back to what I was saying. If you guys like this content, go ahead and hit the like button, because this is some serious shit. Now I'm on the fence right now. I might have to give up the white Volvo. I might have to give up the lease purchase, And I'm not coming on here whining or complaining. This is just me talking from my experience, Something that's happened to me about hiring the wrong person. And this is what's coming out of it. And so it's crazy, because shit is starting to make sense. Like how people told you in the beginning, like, don't be jumping companies. Don't be the guy that's like within his first year has been with 3 or 4 companies. Because you know what? Now I'm starting to look at that shit. Now I'm starting to see, all right, when I'm looking at my drivers now, because now I got to really look into it. I'm like, who you with? Who have you been driving for, right? Have you been driving for the same company for a whole year? Or have you been driving for, what's the longevity? Because if you're the kind of dude that's going to be kind of unhappy and jumping, I don't need to put you on here, because you're obviously going to jump, So it's just crazy, because it's all making sense. All of these things that I never understood it initially in the beginning, because you're rookie and you're like thinking like, why is everything against me? Well, this shit is all making sense now, because it's just business, and at the end of the day, this shit just costs money, right? It costs money to get the driver to orientation, to get him the plane ticket, the rental car, then to get a truck for him, to get the equipment set up, to get the truck up and running. Then he might have 1 or 2 things that he might need. He might need an inverter in his truck because he's got sleep apnea or whatever, and you got to take care of this dude and all this other shit. Or he might break something, and then you got to come out of it. But so all this shit is just, it's making sense, you know. And I spoke to the owner of the company I'm leased onto, and he was like, you know, there's a such thing as paying drivers too much money. And I was like, I never believed that shit. I really didn't, because, you know, as a driver myself, I'm like, you know, we deserve to make the most amount of money while we're out here. But he's like, no, listen, it's not about freaking holding money back, but some of these cats out here, they never seen $3,000 sitting in their bank account. And so they're thinking like, wow, we got $3,000 in my bank account, and let me go home and sit on the porch and count grasshoppers. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he told me, and that shit struck me. That shit was like, wow, okay, you know, you're making sense, because some people would take that opportunity of making so much money and stack it up and like keep grinding for it. But you're right, other people would just collect it and then be like, yo, I don't gotta work, you know. So, you know, to each his own. So I just wanted to come on here and talk about that. And let me see what comment I had here. Dan the man popping in. What's up, man? Hey, I hope you catch this on the replays. Talking about, you know, hiring other drivers or whatnot. It says, man, I have a warehouse in Rochester. You want to find you a driver out of Rochester or Syracuse? I don't care where the driver's from, honestly. Like, honestly, I don't really care where he's from. This dude I was teaming with was from California, and I'm all the way in New York, so I don't really care where the driver's from, you know, as long as he could be a good driver and all that good stuff, you know what I mean? So it's just crazy, you know. I got another video coming up that I'm gonna be doing, and I'm gonna be talking about insurance, because one of the other things I wanted to talk about was, it's crazy how the insurance plays a part into this hiring driver shit, because these insurance companies, they make it kind of hard for you. Now I was talking to SoCal, and I said, yo bro, you know, this is crazy, because these insurance companies, I'm trying to get insurance through my own authority, and they want drivers with 3 years experience. I'm like, bro, that's fucking hard as shit to find. You know, most drivers already quit within the first year, then most of them quit, then the rest of them quit within the second year, or they have their own truck. So it's really hard. He's like, but my man's, listen, the insurance companies want you to succeed, so they're doing you a favor by telling you to hire a driver with 3 years experience. And I'm like, you know, you're right about that. You know, I ain't think about it like that. You know, it's just, you think everything is against you out here on the road, because especially when you're first starting up this business, because the numbers are against you, and so you're just thinking about, yo, freaking this company don't want to deal with me because my record, and this company don't want to deal with me because I haven't been in business for 2 years, this and that. And you like, for anything, you just you kind of got your guard up, you know what I mean? So it's crazy, guys. If you guys really think this shit is the way it looks, it's not easy. This shit is not easy at all. It really isn't. I'm not saying that it's not impossible. That is not possible. It's just not. It's not easy. It's not something easy to be done. And just think about that. You know, think about your game plan. If you're hiring, let's say if you were a local gig, right? If you were a local regional job, right? And you were saying, all right, I want to hire drivers, and let's say you start hiring over the road drivers. Well, you start hiring over the road drivers, they're going to start quitting on you, because maybe the money that you're giving them is not enough compared to what the money they're making over the road. Whereas if you hire a local guy like I did and doing over the road, they don't really care about how much money they're making, because they just want to be home, right? So you got to think about when you're setting up your business and how you're going to go about it. You got to see, you got to match apples with apples and not apples with oranges, if you understand what I'm saying. We got Jason Miller here. What's up, Hamlet? I know your struggles. There you do, man. I went through 6 drivers in my first year. It took me sitting back and revamping my business plan on employees. Exactly. You know, and that's what it is. You know, you have to just like take a second to look back and to understand like what's going wrong, who do I need to be hiring, and everything. That's a great comment, you know, Jason. That's a great comment. If you guys don't know Jason is a dispatcher / driver. He got a lot of connections. He's on Facebook, Jason Miller. I met him through YTTA, and he's a cool dude. Let's see. We got just tuned in. Stick and Clutch. Just tune in. What are you looking to do teams? I was only looking to do teams for the holiday. It was from right around November all the way to mid-January, which is like right about now. And then I didn't want to, you know, I wanted to switch to solo because historically I knew the teams were going to make it's worth doing teams during the holiday. I don't think it's worth doing any other time. Historically, I don't know how it is right now because of the whole E-log mandate and availability of trucks or whatnot. So let's see. So the next video, I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna start doing I'm gonna get this guy to do an insurance video, and I'm gonna I'm gonna do like a little live video with this insurance agent, and he's gonna be talking about insurance for bobtails and what do insurance companies look for and insurance company habits and all that good stuff. You know, if you're looking to come out and get your own authority and all that stuff, because I had asked SoCal, I'm like, why is this so, like, what it's being considered me being a new venture? Is it because I don't have enough time in the game, or is it because my authority isn't active and the numbers aren't counting? Which is it? Because I would like to know, because then I could like make the decision on what I need to do, you know. And so just coming on here and making this video about that. And let's see the last comment. The biggest thing I learned was business is just that maintain a full open rapport with your employees, and establish a style of relationship, no friendship or boss friend style. That's true. That's a lot of, you know, because a lot of people like to be like the friend and boss kind of deal, and you gotta separate the two sometimes, because some people get it twisted. You know, some people think, hey, he's my buddy, you know, I don't really need to answer him or this, that, you know, or, you know, hey. Anyways, late night rant, just came on to say this. I'm in South Dakota, so the black truck made its first load. We did 1,800 miles, and so far so good. I'm feeling more confident with these older trucks and no truck payments, and everything so far so good. I'm feeling a lot more confident, honestly, and I'm gonna keep on, you know, riding through and see how it gets me. I bought new tires today, some Michelins. I lost a lot of money today because of I needed tires. And let's see the bill. We got $6,500. All new tires, all new drives, and all new steers. Let's see. Where we at? Boom. 6,500. But you got to play, right? Hire the driver who has less than 3 to 4 jobs in the last 3 years. Give the employee something to work towards. Put them in the older truck and say, if you work X amount of time, then we will get this truck. Right? Exactly. That's a great idea, you know. And then I got to start thinking about, you know, escrow, because if dudes, you know, abandon your truck or leave your truck shitty, or, you know, just other shit, you know, you have that escrow money holding on, and they're gonna be reluctant to like not ghost on you, right? Because you got, let's say if you hold back $2,000 of theirs, you know, you collected in $100, you know, payments each week, then you once you have 2,000, the driver is gonna feel reluctant, not reluctant to ghost on you, because they're gonna want that $2,000 back, right? They're gonna at least talk to you. That's my thinking, at least, you know. So if I would have done that with this driver, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't ghosted on me like that. And so that's another lesson to be learned on that, is consider doing an escrow and holding the money. Like if obviously there's no damages or anything like that, the money goes back to the driver. It's not, I'm not holding this to penalize the driver. It's just more for insurance for yourself if the truck gets, you know, vandalized, you know, all these other things, you know. So until next time, I took up half an hour of your time again tonight. These things go pretty fast, and I appreciate you guys coming in. And don't forget to go ahead and hit the like button. This YouTube just crashed, so it's time for me to get off. Jason Miller, last comment says, when I hire, I make it know that they pay $75 each for 52 weeks, and if they stay 18 months, I give them back times 2. Interesting. So all different styles of running your business, and just talk to other owner operators and see how can you know, incorporating that into your business plan and hiring other drivers so that you don't go out of business, pretty much, right? So next time, guys, catch the next live. We're gonna be doing insurance with this insurance agent. He does insurance through multiple other companies. It's not just through one particular company. And catch that. Hopefully I might be doing that in the next 2 days. And I'm gonna be working on also the fuel card that I use, that's been saving me quite a bit of money. And anyways, take care. This is Hamlet Dubois signing off. Check y'all later.